Did y'all know you could turn your backyard into a six-figure business? Sounds like something out of a dream, right? But what if I told you that 2 hours of work a weekend could actually make you $2,000? What sounds too good to be true. But stick with me and I'll show you how it works. You don't need a massive backyard or a fortune to get started. Just a bit of tech-savvy gardening and the willingness to dive into something new. Ready to see how it's done? Let's jump in. You're probably thinking, is this real or is it some crazy scam? I get it, but let me tell you, this is the real deal. People are using sustainable gardening techniques to make significant money. And the best part? You don't need any prior gardening experience. In fact, many of these entrepreneurs started with no more than a $45 investment. We're talking about using space-age technology like hydroponics, aquaponics, and aeroponics right in your backyard to grow fresh produce and herbs for a profit. No soil, no mess, and much faster growth than traditional gardening. Stick with me and you'll learn exactly how you can use these methods to launch your own thriving backyard business. Let's dive deeper into how this works, step by step. Step 1, the backyard turned business. The basics. So, what's the deal with these high-tech gardening systems? Why should you care? Here's the kicker. You can grow produce faster, more efficiently, and with less space using hydroponics, aquaponics, and aeroponics. Imagine growing lettuce, tomatoes, herbs, and even strawberries, all without worrying about soil diseases, pests, or the weather. Sounds like a dream, right? First, let's talk about hydroponics. This method uses water-based solutions instead of soil. The plants are fed nutrients directly through their roots, and they can grow up to 10 times faster than soil-based plants. Now on to aquaponics. Adding fish to the mix, the waste from the fish provides the nutrients for the plants. It's a self-sustaining ecosystem that requires minimal maintenance. Lastly, aeroponics. This system takes it even further by suspending the plant's roots in the air, misting them with nutrient-rich water. It's a super efficient way to grow plants indoors or even in small spaces like apartments or rooftops. These systems have one thing in common. They make it easier to grow more with less, whether it's space, water, or effort. Step 2, the big idea, sustainable gardening for profit. You might be wondering, okay, I get it, it's cool, but how do I turn this into real money? The beauty of this business is that it's built on sustainability, which is incredibly marketable in today's world. People are demanding locally grown, eco-friendly products, and with sustainable gardening, you're delivering exactly that. And here's the thing. These systems are designed to be easy to set up, low cost, and scalable. Charles, who got his start with just $45, is now running a successful business that not only sells fresh produce, but also sells these custom-built systems to other aspiring gardeners. It's all about starting small and scaling over time. Whether you're growing for yourself, selling to local grocery stores, or even teaching others how to build these systems, there's huge profit potential. Step 3, the science behind it. How does this actually work? Now that we know what these systems are, let's talk about why they work so well. The real magic happens when you take control of the growing environment. Here's how it works. Maximized nutrient absorption. Unlike soil-based gardening, where nutrients can be washed away or tied up in the soil, plants in hydroponic systems can absorb up to 10 times more nutrients. This means faster growth and healthier plants. Water efficiency. These systems use significantly less water than traditional farming methods, which is a huge win for both your wallet and the environment. Disease control. Without soil, you're less likely to deal with the pests and diseases that commonly plague traditional gardens. You won't have to fight off aphids or deal with soil-borne diseases. Faster growth. Because the plants are getting the exact nutrients they need in the exact right amounts, they grow faster. Lettuce, for example, can be ready to harvest in just 8 weeks, compared to the 12 to 16 weeks it takes in traditional soil gardening. So, why does this matter to you? You're getting more from less time, space, and money, which is perfect for turning a profit quickly. Step 5. Scaling your garden, going from backyard to business. So now you've got your system in place and you're growing fresh produce. How do you turn that into a money-making machine? Here's the play. Local market. Start selling to your local community. Farmers markets, local restaurants, and even grocery stores are eager to get fresh, organic, and locally sourced produce. Sell the systems. You can also sell the systems you're building. Charles turned his knowledge of creating these hydroponic setups into a second stream of income, selling custom-built systems for around $800, and it costs him only about $45 to make one. The profit margins on these systems are insane. Consulting. Once you get the hang of it, you can start offering consulting services, helping others set up their own gardens. This can be lucrative and allow you to scale faster. If you're growing lettuce, for example, you can harvest 7 to 14 heads from just one plant in 8 weeks. That's several dollars per head that can be sold. Multiple systems can multiply your revenue. Step 6, the financial breakdown. How much money are we talking? Let's talk numbers. How much money can you actually make? Spoiler alert, a lot. Selling salad greens. If you're growing salad greens, you can harvest 3 to 4 times a week from each plant. You can easily make $1,000 per month just from selling salads alone. Selling the systems. If you sell 5 systems per month at $800 each, that's $4,000 in profit. Total earnings. With both streams combined, you could be looking at $5,000 or more per month. That's a 6-figure business in less than a year. Here are some expert tips. Start simple. Don't overcomplicate things when you're just starting out. Start with a manageable setup and scale up from there. Leverage local connections. Your community can be your first customers. Start selling to local restaurants, grocery stores, and markets. Turn knowledge into profit. Don't just sell produce, sell knowledge. Offer consulting services. Teach others how to set up these systems and create an extra revenue stream. Step 7. Managing risk and perishable inventory. One of the biggest concerns for people starting a gardening business is risk. What if your crops don't grow? Or what if you're left with a ton of unsold lettuce? With sustainable gardening, the risk is low. You're growing in controlled environments, so there's minimal chance of losing crops to pests, disease, or weather. And as for perishable inventory, if you're using hydroponics or aquaponics, your plants are healthy and ready to harvest. Since you're growing in cycles, there's a constant flow of crops coming in, which means you can sell regularly without worrying about excess inventory spoiling. So, are you ready to turn your backyard into a gold mine? It's simple, profitable, and sustainable. With just a few hours a week, you can build a business that not only makes money, but also helps the planet. Key takeaways: start small, scale as you go. Leverage your community for sales and support. Don't be afraid to turn knowledge into a second revenue stream. If you're ready to take control of your financial future, click subscribe and start planting the seeds for your own 6-figure business today. Drop your questions in the comments below and let's make it happen.